At what point do I stop making dua for something? I'm not praying for something wrong, or I don't think I am. I asked Allah for something that I thought was good. At what point do I take a hint from the divine and say, you know what, maybe I should not keep on making dua for the same thing over and over and over again? Number one, no is an answer. So you can't say Allah didn't answer me if Allah answered no. No is also an answer. So Allah says, call upon me and I will answer you. وَإِذَا سَأْلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُم يَرْشُدُونَ. So the answer is no. That's also an answer. All right. So we have sometimes what we take as no answer is actually the answer of no. Number two, Allah lays the condition that if you want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to answer you, then make sure you answer Him as well. Your relationship with God can't be transactional. It can't be that I want something done, so let me go ahead and call upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has to be more than that. The next thing in that regard, there are things that inherently prevent a dua from being answered. And that would be sins. There are ways in which sins can prevent a dua from being answered altogether. And then the last foundation really fades into this larger discussion of the delay, that we as human beings are very hasty. And hastiness is a relative term. What that means is that what's considered slow and what's considered fast depends on the pace that is determined in accordance with a particular people's context. Meaning what? How many of you remember dial-up internet? Dial-up internet, remember AOL 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, the funny sound started getting a little less funny. It started logging on a little bit quicker. We used to switch between Earthlink and all those different types of things and try to figure out dial-up internet. That was fast. What we would have considered fast has changed. Now you look at how fast you can make your already fast, just make it rapid. And sometimes it's so fast that you can't even tell, so you have to do one of those speed tests, see how fast it's going. So pace changes. And our overall lack of attention span also plays into our expectation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in dua, by the way. خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ مِنْ عَجَلٍ. All right, so people were already created hasty in their nature. And if you could define the 21st century, you could define it by many themes, but one of the things you could define it by is definitely haste. That we are a more hasty portion of humanity than possibly any other group of humanity that's ever existed by virtue of what's available to us. We are hastier now because we can get things done quicker now than ever before. With haste comes impatience, with haste comes laziness. Both of which are detrimental to spirituality. So now you got Alexa, and she's not mahram to you. She's kind of weird. I'm just going to say that, all right, and put that out there. It's something weird about having a robot in your room. But turn off the lights, you just give commands and you get it done. You can't even get up to do something anymore. Everything is just spoken. So with ajal comes impatience and also laziness. Both of the things that find themselves within the equation of dua that Allah mentions, that the Prophet ﷺ mentions. Because the first one is, don't be hasty with Allah, don't get impatient with Allah. The second one is, have your own agency. You've got to do your part. So both of those things are eliminated by accessibility and by the relative ease with which we get everything else done in life. The convenience and the relative ease of which we get everything else done in life. So let's put it this way. You want to upgrade your dial-up connection in dua to fiber without making the proper jump within your own spirituality for that to actually be a realizable goal. Learn to be more composed. Learn to pace yourself. Learn to work for things that you're not necessarily going to see the result of in any foreseeable future. Learn to nourish seeds that will give their fruit later on in life.